My name is Joseph, and I decided to attempt the impossible task of developing a fully functional language learning app in 4 days. Um, it's called Study Buddy, and the way it works is I kind of wanted to take traditional learning methods for foreign languages and kind of flip it over and move away from translation and actually like giving real questions in the target language and teaching people how to give real answers. So I decided that there would be three main components. There would be a learn component, a practicing component, and sort of a challenge component. What the challenge component actually would be, I haven't developed at all. I kind of got a little trapped by developing a curriculum, and I didn't realize that was like a whole other thing as part of my project. Um, so the whole point of the challenge part would be when I finish it, because I'm going to keep working on this, would be that it somehow gives you a little bit more than what it keeps track of what you've learned, and it gives you a little bit more than that, so that you can challenge what your current knowledge base should be. The first part is learn, and the whole point is that there's like all these different like levels and lessons. And actually, I have features built in already, but it breaks other things, so I actually disabled it. But you're supposed to be able to like start a lesson and keep going through it. It gives like obviously you start out, it just wants to give you like cultural context. Then you learn some of the alphabet, and then there's no sample words, but that they would go here. And then you can move on to the next one. You can also view lessons and what is like contained in each lesson, and like what you're supposed to learn. And so far I kind of just built out like 5 of them. And then the idea is that once you've learned a lesson and you've learned the vocabulary associated with it, you've learned the context of that vocabulary, you can practice, and it would be sort of a spaced repetition based practice where instead of giving you a word and it expects you to translate it, it gives you maybe a picture or an animation or a sound clip, and you're supposed to extrapolate like the response or the context of the situation. So this is like a very simple question in Korean. It means like, what is it? 뭘까요? So you would learn that in the first lesson, and then you see the picture and you know it's a rat, and maybe you learned, oh, in the learning section you learned, oh, a rat is tree. So then it says, oh, tree, I remember that. You can go to the next, and it reduces the amount of remaining cards that you have. I'm not sure what this is. You don't know. So, oh, so means cow. So you like again, and so on and so forth. The idea eventually would be that the more lessons you learn and the better you learn these cards, eventually every day you can review, and it sort of decides for you what you need to put more effort into. And the more times you say, oh, I get this, I understand this question, and I understand what I'm looking at, then you build on your knowledge, and it extends the amount of time until you see that card again. Anyway, the other thing that I wanted to build out is like there's a sign-in feature, so you can log in. I resetted my database so I can sign up. And then here on a sort of profile page, you could potentially track stats and sort of like all of like what kind of points are you struggling on, and what kind of vocabulary could you spend more time reviewing, and stuff like that. Anyway, obviously there's like I have a lot of work to do, and I want to continue pursuing this, but I hope you enjoy what I've done so far. Thank you.